It's the end of Rayaaa. Now let's learn together about splinting.
Mana? Mana? Tiga orang ke buat itu? Apa kena buat tiga orang? Ni tiga orang juga. Ya, awak berapa orang? 20? Baru dua. Oh, grup projek ni. Awak grup projek tiga orang. Ha. Saya boleh. Okey.
Next.
Nah, buat. Sebab saya nak tengok elbow ni. Kenapa dia buat di atas? Okey, tengok keadaan tu. Kalau kata open wound dia dekat sini, kau tak kawan atas tu buat. Dia betul. Dia tak pakai key kot.
Saya normal.
Oh, dia lain.
Normal.
Dia normal.
Based on what I've learned from my classes, there are 4 types of spleens. The first one is static spleen. Static here means that the certain area is immovable for a certain duration of time. For positioning, and also to correct bone alignments, and also to correct the deformity of the client, of the individual, depends on the case study. Secondly, serial static spleen means that the position is also static, no moving parts, but the angle of the position increased by series, and this serial determined by time. For example, third is static progressive spleen, where the position also remains static, but after each progression, the spleen will be renewed, and the progression varies from one and another. Fourth, last one is dynamic spleen, where dynamic means that there are moving parts and usually involve mechanical movement. Type of injury. Example of the injury that enable a person to wear this type of spleen is tendon cut injury. These are just examples of the design of the spleen. First is mallet orthosis, second one is forearm-based thumb spica, third is wrist cock-up, fourth is 90-degree posterior elbow, fifth is thumb extensor tendon spleen, sixth is wrist extension, anti-deviation, and a lot more. There are several advantages of using spleen, and I put 3 over here. First is removable for wound care, bathing, or gentle exercise if appropriate. Secondly, the spleen is adjustable if the client feels uncomfortable wearing it. On the other hand, this spleen is also adjustable if the client is able to get into a better position, either due to the decreasing in swelling of the targeted area. Third is cleanable, where the client is able to clean the spleen as needed. These are the designs of the spleen, but actually there are a lot more out there. The design varies according to what it focuses on. What areas does it focus on? The thumb, knee, fingers, elbow, or leg, or neck, or other parts of the body. The end of talking about spleen. This is just a brief summary of what I've learned from my classes. So basically, the reason why I've been talking about spleen for a short while is because I want to encourage those who sustain any physical injuries, for example, tendon cut injuries or other fractures or other deformities such as boutonniere, mallet finger, or swan neck deformities, to reach out for help, to reach out for spleen from hospital or occupational therapists. And actually, in a well-developed country, people could easily reach out for spleen, where they need to just send the measurement of their certain part of the body and send to the factory, and the factory will readily make it just custom made for them. But here in Malaysia, we still do not have the capability to do so yet, but we are moving to that point, inshallah. Anyway, I hope this some sharing session of spleen help you gain confidence to trust spleen. Trust me, spleen is beneficial and has a lot of advantages to people in a lot of ways. So, really, the end of talking about Spain. Now, I put these sentences here, the purposes of posting videos. It is as a reminder for me to not lose of track in the near future. So first is as a memoir for me to remember my so-called adventure as a student. Second one is to help clarify my course to people who doesn't even know what is OT, occupational therapy, and what is the function of being an occupational therapist to other people's life, and also to my own life, and then also to the other occupational therapist's life. Lastly, this act as a platform for me to share my little knowledge to the world. Maybe this help a lot of people out there. Now it's really the end of me talking some nonsense here, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.